Hey, good morning, guys. Or it may not be morning, I suppose, when you are seeing this. But yeah, anyway, so wanted to go over a couple things for you guys today to help you out with your websites. And so I'm going to show you a couple tools that you can use to give yourself a free website audit. Since everybody in this group here is local as well, if this is something that you would like me to do for you, simply comment underneath and we'll get together. And this is something I can run through with you guys as well. But anyway, let's say that you would like to do this by yourself. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open Firefox or Chrome, and you're going to want to download an extension called Detailed SEO. You can just Google Detailed SEO extension or detailed.com/extension will get you there, and then you click one of these buttons. You add it, and then it's going to come up here depending on what you've got going on, and it's going to look like this. And so what Detailed SEO extension does is it lets you check out the back end of the stuff on your website that you can't see, that Google is looking at to see how to index you compared to other people. And so that's going to let you check and see if you have any of that, what it actually says, how organized the back end of it is, and if there is something called schema markup, which is code that Google uses to index your website. So yeah, let me just show you an example of what that looks like too. So we've got my homepage here. And you can just open up the Detailed SEO extension by clicking it, and then it pulls up this little tag here. And so these are the things that we're going to check out today, the title and meta description. So these are the two things that pop up too, like if you send a link to somebody from your website, these are the two things that pop up underneath that on the link. So you've got the picture, whatever that social image may be, if you have one selected. And then your title and the description is going to pop up right there. And then so Google's using both of those two things to see what's going on as well when they're indexing your pages, trying to send people right. They want to send people somewhere quickly and accurately, and that's all Google is about. So your title needs to make sure that it's got your name in it, something like that, but then it can only be like up to 65 characters. I think this is 155 characters, somewhere close. That's actually going to fit before it starts cutting off that text in there. So you really don't want to go any farther than that. And then this is actually going to tell you, around 65 characters, around 155. If you're in that, and then you can come in and if you change those things too, you can come in and retest this. You can see here, like this is not canonicalized. That's because this actually points to the home page. So like if I was to re-click this, you can see that that actually changed to the correct page. It's the same page, it's just two different links. And so that's actually what that is for, is to point. It's saying that this is actually the main page. And so if Google's going to reference one, it's going to reference this homepage here. And then you can see that everything's very uniform. It's talking about all that stuff, marketing agency, marketing. So everything's very uniform, and it's telling Google that's what's going on. And then we have an H1 tag. You should really only have one H1 tag in most situations. And then if you come over here, you can see that that H1 tag is telling Google that this page is about marketing automation and customer relations. You can also come in here and you can check, and actually I've got one that's missing, but alt text, like if you don't have any alt text on your images, so that's something I'm gonna have to go touch base there. Alt text is telling Google what that image is about, and so it's a little section that you can help with like SEO. So if you have a keyword that you're trying to rank for, you would want to add that in that alt text. And then schema markup. So what schema markup is basically a universal set of code that Google is using, or any search engine's using, to scrape and see what your website is actually about, or who you are, what you do. Other information as well. So like it just depends on what you're using that schema markup for. But it can, so what it's allowing you to do, like for example, if you had an e-com site, it would allow you to put that product right on the Google page. So like you would have your information, and then if you've ever seen it before where it's got like 5 or 6 different products with the pricing of the product right there, that's from schema markup. Q&A right on that page is from schema markup. And then like in this situation right here, it's just referencing that I am who I am, some of my links, and then what kind of business I am. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can use schema markup, but that is something that you should definitely look into, at least having some on your website, or having somebody add some to your website. If you wanted to do that yourself, this technicalseo.com tools schema markup generator will help you do that. And you can pick what it is that you're actually trying to do. And then just kind of come through and build that out. And it's going to create the code for you. And then you can copy it into your heading tag for your website. So you don't have to be some sort of super programmer, super coder. It is going to create that for you, but that is something that you need to look into having on your website. So yeah, check those things. Check to make sure that you've got a title. Check to make sure you've got a description. Check to make sure they're the correct link and they're congruent with what your website or that specific web page is doing. And then see if you've got some schema markup that's helping Google figure out what kind of business you are, or who you are, or where you are. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. Have a good weekend, guys.